into a rhino-like beast and starts attacking Hank. But Hank's already on his shoulders. Hank pierces Danny's chest with his bomb spear, detonating it as soon as he gets off the creature. The bomb explodes, and with Danny's defeat, Hank delivers the final blow. But before he can do that, Danny tells him that he only did that because their town is so poor they couldn't even drink coffee. With his final words heard, Hank shoots him down, finally ending the horrors that merchants experience while traveling roads. Before leaving, Shawl asks him if he's going to kill more of his comrades. Hank answers that they swore an oath. Once someone happens to turn into a beast, they must die. Shawl tries to stop her, but Hank's already made his mind. She then decides to accompany him on his monster hunting quest. A couple of days later, Hank and Shawl arrive in a town that's currently being terrorized by the Minotaur Incarnate. Apparently, the Incarnate creates a fortress made by disassembling the city inhabitants' house, while also telling everyone that the enemy will be coming. There's no better time than now to prepare for war. Lisa informs them that they need to put a stop to the guy, as every citizen will become homeless if he continues to build his fortress. Hank tells Lisa that he's going by nightfall, and once the night arrives, Shawl accompanies him into the fortress entrance. However, while exploring the fortress, Shawl springs a trap, which almost slices her in half, but Hank saves her just in time. She then asks Hank about the Minotaur, and Hank tells her about Theo's backstory. Hank tells Shawl about Theo being a panicky and full of PTSD, which didn't surprise him given how Theo erected such a massive fortress full of traps. Once they reach the entrance, Hank leaves Shawl to face Theo. Hank finally reunites with Theo, and the Incarnate greets him with his usual anxiety over imaginary enemies. Once Hank clears his intentions, Theo transforms into a Minotaur, activating his trap cards. Hank becomes trapped from Theo's barrage of projectiles, and as soon as Theo's about to finish him off, Hank transforms into a werewolf. The Minotaur's traps are no match for Hank's keen senses and insane agility. Once Theo's trap hurls Hank into the air, he uses the elevation to deliver a swift and devastating claw attack that rips through Theo's stone axe and iron armor. With Theo's final words delivered, Hank delivers the final blow, killing his comrade once and for all. A couple of days later, Hank and Shawl travel by train to another town. But before they can proceed, Lisa stops the train and briefs Hank about another Incarnate. Apparently, a benevolent Incarnate called the Behemoth is on a collision course with the recently built Iron Bridge, a connecting bridge between the north and the south. As soon as he knows the details, Hank tells everyone his plan and waits for the Behemoth to arrive. As soon as the Behemoth arrives, they start firing, which disables the monster. The next morning, the same guys who made the bridge start ranting about the Behemoth taking too long to be killed. Shawl also tries to convince Hank not to kill the Behemoth, but then explosions occurred later that night, which enraged the Behemoth up. Hank transforms into werewolf again to stop the raging Incarnate. After a series of attacks, they manage to blow the monster's guts out and trap it. However, the monster still moves, walking as fast as it could toward the bridge. And then, an area collapses from the cliff's edges, revealing the view of the ocean. Apparently, Artie's just a man of few words but longed to see the ocean. As soon as the monster sees the ocean with his own eyes, it falls. A couple of days later, the group arrives in another town being terrorized by another Incarnate. The next day, the group sees the victims of another attack, and one of the kids confesses that he saw what happened last night. Lisa tries to interrogate the kid, but he runs off. Shawl tries to talk to the kid but ends up getting targeted by the Incarnate gargoyle. Once again, Hank arrives just in time to save her. The gargoyle tries to tell Hank that what he's doing is pretty much justice, but a little bit more bloodier than usual. Hank doesn't accept this and the two square off, forcing the gargoyle to flee. Later that night, Hank confronts the gargoyle once again to end him, but the gargoyle shoots him with a god-killer bullet. Hank reverts back to his human form. As soon as Shawl and the kid are about to get absolutely murdered, Hank removes the bullet by force and charges toward the gargoyle, piercing through its chest, killing it. However, Kane arrives and kidnaps Shawl. He tells that Hank must attend their invitation or Shawl will get an Elaine treatment. Hank attends the party, only to end up getting surrounded by Incarnates. The attendees are all nobles and royals from all over the country sympathizing with Kane's cause. But they get turned into a bloody soup as the Incarnates go on a killing spree, murdering everyone. Hank tries to fight off the Incarnates, but he's simply outnumbered. Luckily, a group of soldiers arrive and start shooting the Incarnates. One of the soldiers fires off a cannon at Kane, making a hole in his chest. Hank sees this and harpoons Kane right on the face, detonating the bomb afterward. But Kane's powers fully heals him back up. He then shoots Shawl down, triggering Hank's memories of losing Elaine, his loved one.